guys. Today we want to share with y'all a recipe that my grandmother used to cook for us kids. And we're going to go ahead and get started with that, and we call it Nanny Bread. So Savannah's going to help us mix this up today. And we're going to start off with a half a cup of self-rising cornmeal. All right. And Savannah's going to put that in the bowl. And then we're going to take a half a cup of self-rising flour. And you can see I like to use white lily flour and white lily cornmeal mix. White lily is a really good flour for baking. This bread, you would think, you're probably thinking it's going to be like a hush puppy, but it's not. It's going to be a lot lighter and a lot fluffier than a hush puppy. And one of the big differences is we're going to actually add water for a liquid instead of milk. So it makes this a really easy and cost-effective recipe. Okay, so the next thing Savannah wants to add is 1 egg. Okay, and we actually have water we're going to put in here instead of milk or buttermilk or something like that. This is going to be our liquid, so we'll put a little water in there. Go ahead. Okay, a little bit more than that. Okay, and you want this to come out to be about a cornbread consistency. All right, give me some more water than that. Come on. All right. You don't want to get it too thin, and you don't want to get it too thick either. You want it to be able to hold on a spoon, so you can spoon it into into your grease to deep fry it. So I'm going to show you guys about what you want it to look like. Well, this is just about right, so I'm going to give you a look at this. So you can see it's not real thin and runny like pancake mix, but it's not really thick either. It's not over thick. So this is just about right for frying. So what we're going to do now, we're going to move over to our stove, and we're going to fry a couple of these up for you so you can see how they turn out. Okay, so we're over at the stove, and we're going to go ahead and fry a few of these Nanny Breads up for you, and kind of give you an idea of what they look like when they come out after they've been fried. So you can see our thermometer is around 350. So between 325 and 350 is a good number for frying just about anything, really. So let's go ahead. I want to show you guys what I do with this spoon. Is I'll put it in a little water, kind of wet the spoon, a little cold water, and that helps the bread come off the spoon when you're frying it. So you get a little teaspoon, roll it off in your grease. See how how the spoon comes out clean like that? You just do that for each time you dip your spoon into your batter. And like I said, my grandmother used to fry these for us when we were children. We would eat them for snacks, actually. And then my mother actually cooked them when we were growing up, and then I've been cooking this bread as well for my family. And we've always just called it Nanny Bread. And it pairs well with anything. Really, it goes really well with peas or some type of bean or anything that cornbread would really go well with. These go well with it as well. So it doesn't take them that long to fry. What we'll do is we'll just move them around a little bit. You don't want to overcrowd them. And a lot of times they'll flip over on their own. You can just kind of watch them, and when they flip on their own, then you know they're ready to take out the grease. You don't want your oil below 325, because if your oil is too cold when you start out, then you'll have a real greasy bread. And if your oil is too high, then you'll burn the outside of your bread before the inside of your bread gets done. So we're going to let these brown here just for a minute. You guys have to join us for our next video. I think we're going to probably make some carrot raisin salad, and that's a real popular dish around our house as well. And it's kind of a sweet carrot raisin salad. We do a few little different things to it, and to make it sweet. And it does well if you set it overnight. Make it the day before and let it set overnight, and serve it the next day. It gives the carrots time to absorb the sugar and the mayo and all your other ingredients you put in it. So here we are. Looks like they're done. They look like little hush puppies, but they're not. And like I said, we'll put a few more in here for you to kind of watch. You can make them bigger than this if you want, but always kind of make them a little small. They're just easier to handle at the table. And that was just a half a cup of flour and a half a cup of cornmeal. And I'll probably end up making a dozen, or if not more. But a lot of times my mother would use 1 cup of flour, 1 cup of cornmeal, and 1 egg, and then water to thicken, and salt. But if you've got a whole family to feed, you might want to use the 1 cup of meal to 1 cup of flour if you have a lot of people to feed. So you can see when I break that open, it's just a light fried bread. It's not a real thick bread like a hush puppy. And it's a hot bread too. Okay, I believe that'll do it. And we appreciate you guys watching, and maybe you guys can join us for the carrot raisin salad video. And roll tide.